Hello and welcome to today's edition of Inside the Red Cross. I'm your host, Stan Jabert. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got a lot going on with the Red Cross this time of the year as we ramp up for tornado season. We've just released a brand new tornado app that you can download at redcross.org/mobile apps, or by your smartphone you can go to *Red Cross. We have community events going on. We're responding to the needs of people all over the area with apartment fires, flooding, and this is a busy time of the year for us. As far as the mission goes, the Red Cross is there to prevent and alleviate human suffering in the face of all these disasters. And we do that by mobilizing the power of volunteers and the generosity of our donors. And what the Red Cross really wants everyone to do is to prepare, and we want to be able to respond and to help people to recover. One of the things that we're doing in Anderson County in Clinton is the second annual Anderson County Emergency Preparedness Fair. And I'm really happy to have as my guest today the co-chair of that event, and this is Ms. Heidi Greenhalgh, and she has agreed to come in and tell us about the fair that's coming up in just a very few days. Thanks for joining us, Heidi.
Thanks, Stan. Glad to be here.
All right. Well, we have been together in several meetings leading up to this, and like I say, there's a lot of great things going on. Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself first?
Sure. Again, my name is Heidi Greenhalgh, and I am co-chair for the Anderson County Emergency Preparedness Fair. This is our second year doing this. My family and I live in Oak Ridge. I've got 6 kids, and I'm excited to be involved again. With 6
kids, I admire you so much for taking the time out to take care of this, because there's really a lot going on with the fair this year.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the event itself. It's in its second year.
It's in its second year. This year it will be held on May 4th, which is a Saturday. The hours are 9 to 2. It will be at the Clinton Community Center there in Clinton, and being hosted once again by Mayor Scott Burton. And so we're really grateful to him for his support and for the support of our Anderson County Mayor, Terry Frank. It's being brought to you, or to the residents of the county, by the 3 sponsoring organizations, which of course are American Red Cross, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and the Southern Baptist Disaster Relief.
Well, we are so glad to be a part of that, and anything that we can do to help us, to help other people in the community, we are behind it 200%. So we really appreciate the work that you've put into this. Let's talk a little bit about what people can expect when they come to the fair.
This fair is so much fun. It's really geared towards families. It's geared towards your average family or individual or small business owner who just wants to get more prepared. There's lots and lots of fun things to do. There's classes being taught throughout the day. The gym will be stuffed with vendors and participants and booths. There will be an entire children's area outside that will have bouncy houses and fun activities like face painting or free snow cones. There's going to be outdoor vehicles, emergency vehicles that kids could crawl through, learn about fire trucks, police cars, police motorcycles. Southern Baptist Disaster Relief will be there with their trailers. They have chainsaw trailers and mass feeding trailers, and these trailers are an amazing thing. They're really worth seeing.
And I'm a guy. Guys think about food. Is there
Right.
going to be anything to eat?
There will be food. There will be food. Lodge Dutch Oven is going to be there again, and they will once again be sampling out food. They will be outside cooking Dutch oven food and then sampling it out. And last year they had some really great deals and specials on their products, and I know that they're going to be doing that again.
Now, I've been to a couple of these fairs before, and it seems like one of the themes throughout is just helping people to be more self-sufficient. And I have seen a lot of canned goods, bread baking. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, we will have another bread baking class this year. We're going to have a class that's focused on cooking with whole grains. And that was, both of those classes were very, very successful and highly attended. There's going to be a canning and food preservation class, so kind of getting back to the basics with some of these skills that people want to learn, that their grandparents knew, but that just aren't practiced so much anymore, that would really come in handy if there was any type of disaster or emergency.
Well, we really do appreciate CTV for helping us get the word out on this, and we are reaching out to the community through our social networks, Facebook and Twitter, and also there's a website that the fair itself has set up, and I believe that is acprepfair.org. Is it org?
Yep, acprepfair.org.
acprepfair.org, and all the latest information is up at that site, and also at the Red Cross website, redcross.org/TNMV. People might ask, what does TNMV stand for? We are the Tennessee Mountain Valley chapter.
Okay.
In these 14 areas that we serve, and proud to be so. Let's talk a little bit more about some specific ways that families can be prepared. The one thing that every family should have on their checklist is a preparedness kit. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Every family should have a preparedness kit on hand, ready to go in case they need to evacuate quickly.
Now, you brought a preparedness kit along, and preparedness kits vary from family to family what is important. What do you have in your preparedness kit?
So our family actually has 8 preparedness kits because there's 8 of us. Each family has a backpack, and I brought just one of them.
Okay.
I have...
Well, everybody needs one of these.
Yes.
Well, a little bit more than one of these.
Yes.
You need a gallon of this stuff per person per day, enough to last for 6 days. A gallon of water per person. So that's check. What else do we need in our kit?
Well, nobody wants to go hungry.
That's right.
So I brought some shelf-stable food.
Okay.
And there's a lot of different ways that you can get food in your emergency preparedness kit. For our family, I've chosen some it's got a long shelf life so that I don't have to keep changing it, but you can actually put crackers or granola bars or, you know, things like that as long as you change them out every couple of months.
And again, prepare for about 3 days worth. So what about toiletry items?
I do have toiletry items.
You have a representation,
I have a representation
of
toiletry items.
Yes.
That's right. Here's my other representation.
Okay, and if people are going to be without electricity for a long period of time and don't have a way to take a bath, a little deodorant will go a long way.
It will.
That's right.
And a little toothpaste.
Absolutely.
Don't forget your toothbrush and toothpaste.
Okay. And just to be safe, too, to keep up with current changing conditions, a radio.
A radio, yes. The radio that we have is actually a hand crank. So it doesn't need batteries. You can just crank it.
All right, good. And speaking of batteries, and we talked about this earlier, I don't think that I'm going to have to check off one for your preparedness kit. I did not see a flashlight or batteries in there.
That's right. They're
we need
in one
to
of
make
the
sure
other
that
kits.
we stop at the store on the way.
That's right.
On the way back to the office. What else?
Well,
first aid supplies.
And
oh, wait a minute.
Playing cards.
These are playing cards. You know what? I thought this was.
Here's the first aid supplies.
Here are the first aid supplies.
First aid supplies are important, but when you have a bunch of kids that might be somewhere where there's nothing to do, this is actually just as important as the first aid supplies. Maybe not quite as important, but almost.
These look like bandages for some
yes.
reason. Okay, so cards, first aid supplies.
Yeah, just something to do. Paper, pencil. Make sure that you include comfort items for your small children.
Absolutely. Such as?
Such as, don't forget to include diapers and wipes for your small children, or formula, or any needed medication. So that would all be part of a hygiene kit. Toothbrush, toothpaste, toilet paper. Those are all important things to include.
Did we already talk about prescription medicine?
Go ahead.
Well, I think that that if anyone has a need for that, they need to have a supply of that 3 days worth in their kit. And any important papers, such as insurance documents, marriage license, things like that. And that's a start. Those are kind of the basics. But there is also a checklist that people can go and find more information at redcross.org. And if you could check that off for me.
All right, the Be Red Cross Ready checklist includes, I know what emergencies or disasters are most likely to occur in my community.
Okay, that would be house fires here, and then tornadoes. Okay, check.
Okay, I have a family disaster plan and have practiced it.
Well, okay, we're good.
Yep. And I think it includes more than just having your 72-hour kits ready. It includes having a meeting spot and having phone numbers and making sure that your kids know your phone numbers and just having all of that ready.
And also, too, someone who does not live in the area. Because you can get a text out to people outside the area and just let people know that you're safe.
Exactly. Yes, that is a good point. I have an emergency preparedness kit.
Check.
Check.
Yes.
And we didn't talk about clothing, but it's important to have a change of clothing, and we like to keep ours inside plastic in case your bag gets wet, your clothes are still dry. So each member of the family has a change of clothing.
Okay.
At least one member of my household is trained in first aid and CPR/AED.
Okay, now there are 8 of you in the family. How many are trained?
I am.
Okay, good.
And my husband has been trained. You know, we've both taken CPR multiple times, but I currently have the certification.
Okay, and for anyone needing to learn more about that, that's available through the Red Cross as well.
And our last one, I have taken action to help my community prepare.
And you are the co-chair of the 2nd annual Anderson County Emergency Preparedness Fair, so check.
So check.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you get 100%.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
Well, we have a little while left, not too much longer, but any closing thoughts about why people should come to the Preparedness Fair?
This fair offers a very easygoing way for people to come, minus all the doom and gloom that goes along with real disasters. This fair offers the opportunity for people to come and learn how to be prepared in a fun environment. They can learn how to do anything from making bread to getting fire extinguisher training to learning how to make a 72-hour kit, because one of our booths will be entirely focused on how to put together one of these kits. They can come and learn about sanitation. They can come and sample a whole host of vendor products that deal with emergency preparedness, and they can bring their kids along. So.
Okay, well that sounds like fun, and it is absolutely free.
Yes.
Is that true?
Every part of it is free, even the food.
Fantastic. Okay, for more information, acprepfair.org, redcross.org/TNMV. Call us at 584-2999. And for Inside the Red Cross, I'm Stan Jabert. Thank you so much for joining us.